welcome to the shop, home of everything from the fantastic to the fearful. How can I help you today? You've been separated from your tour guide, you say. That's not ideal, is it? I find that going to a city in person, as you've done, is the best way to learn about its intricacies. I could send you on your way, or I could tell you some of the untold history of London. It's no bother. It tends to be rare to find someone willing to listen to these tales that seem so fanciful nowadays. It would be my pleasure. Excellent. Then allow me to tell you the legend behind the very origin of London itself. It is a grand tale concerning the Roman Empire, demons, and a race of giants. Two of the most notable of these being known as Gog and Magog. It is said that the Roman Emperor Diocletian had some 33 daughters. Dutifully, he found them all husbands, but his daughters did not want to settle for married life. Together, led by the eldest daughter Alba, they plotted to slice the throats of each of their husbands, and so be free from matrimony. Some say they succeeded in their plan, while others say it was the mere plotting that brought their punishment upon them. It is somewhat immaterial, as their fate remained the same, for when the Emperor discovered what his daughters had done, he wanted them all put to death. Luckily for them, he was dissuaded from this, and instead banished all 33 from his lands in a boat, loaded with half a year's supply of food and water. Most gracious of him. After some time adrift, the daughter's boat landed on the shores of an ancient, wild land. It transpired it was a large island, totally devoid of any civilization, instead ruled by a dense wilderness and a spattering of Celtic tribes. Upon settling, the woman named the land Albion, after their ringleader, Alba. Time passed, and the group of exiles grew tired of merely existing. For companionship, it is said the devil himself created a demonic horde of husbands for the women. Now, with their new, less than human partners, they bred a race of fearful giants who ransacked and terrorized any of the native Celts that dared to cross their path. And so, the woman gradually passed away, but the giants ruled the south of the country for centuries. That was until one day, the famed Trojan Brutus and his surviving army fled the fall of Troy. Their escape led them across the continent to Albion, which upon arrival, they decided to name Britain. It wasn't long before the Trojans and giants clashed. At first, Brutus attempted to fight the giants, but was initially defeated, suffering heavy casualties. Undeterred, he regathered his forces and ordered them to build a deep trench, at the bottom of which they placed great wooden spikes. Once finished, they covered the top of the pit with leaves and fired a volley of arrows towards the monsters. The arrows caught the attention of the giants, which then charged Brutus and his men. As the giants got closer, they fell into the disguised pit, greatly reducing their numbers as many became impaled on the spikes below. Confused and fearful, they retreated, at which point Brutus's men gave chase, killing all save two, Gog and Magog. The pair were captured and chained to the front of Brutus's newly built palace to act as subservient doormen for the remainder of their lives. At least, that is one version of the story. Another goes that Gog and Magog were actually one giant named Gog-Magog. Upon defeating the rest of the brood, only their leader, Gog-Magog, remained. Brutus's top soldier, Corneus, faced Gog-Magog alone in combat and killed him by throwing him off a large rock. In recognition of this great victory, Brutus gave a western portion of Britain to Corneus, which is now known as Cornwall. If you choose to believe the second version of events, some say it is possible to find the high rock Gog-Magog was thrown off near Plymouth. And if you'd rather believe the former tale, then you can visit effigies of Gog and Magog situated on Guildhall in London, the very spot where it is said Brutus built his great palace. I believe effigies of the giants are sometimes still incorporated into the Lord Mayor's show, symbolizing a significant link between modern London and its ancient past. I don't know how informed you are on ancient history, but more modern sources tell us that Troy fell around 2,000 years before Diocletian ruled, an emperor who only ever had one daughter. There is also more to be said on the names of Gog and Magog, as they have a less than wholly biblical origin, and so the fact they have been used in a founding story of London could be seen as quite telling. It's up to you what to believe, though. When studying the past, so much can be misremembered or unwittingly falsely recorded. Who knows the real truth behind the land beneath our feet, save for the land itself? In any case, that's a discussion for another time, and I feel as if I've taken up enough of yours as it is. Enjoy the remainder of your stay in this city, but be careful. You never know what ancient legends of this place might still be lurking in some dark corner of some dirty alley.